Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles, you know, they just got to do better. They got to do better of, I was thinking about this, man. They got to do better of, keeping things in house, man, because some of these reports that's coming out, man, it really, really, really got us looking like, keeping up with the Kardashians. Like a soap opera over there, bruh. It's something new every week. First, they want to tell the fan base that, Carson and Doug situation fractured. Even ESPN running with the narrative. And now it's reports coming out by some of the same outlets that spewed the first narrative that Carson is team Doug and Doug was team Carson, and the situation is with Howie. That relationship was fractured. Come on, man. This couldn't be more confusing for the average fan than anything, bro. It makes no sense to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. Move Carson Wentz so we could go ahead and move on. Move Carson Wentz so we can go ahead and move on. At this point, it's getting tiring. It's getting draining. And nobody want to keep talking about who got beef with who doing this and who doing that in that building over there at the NovaCare. Nobody want to keep talking about that, man. This is what it boiled down to. Everybody's talking about Carson not answering Howie calls. Why would he answer his calls? Why would he answer his calls? How is that so unbelievable to some people? He drafted his replacement, started a controversy. You know what I'm saying? Started a controversy. What's to call him about? And you want to call him now? Come on, man. I wouldn't answer the call either, man. Listen, man, a lot of mock drafts been popping up. I saw the one mock draft that popped up on Bleacher Report says the Philadelphia Eagles should take Kyle Pitts. You never want to say a mock draft says that these guys will do this. It's come on, man. It's their guess. It's their hypothesis. It's their educated guess, bro. That's all it is. It's my educated guess based off considering myself a subject matter expert, an expert in this subject, that they should take the tight end. Now that I see other people feel the same way, I feel less crazy because I got a lot of heat for saying that. When it only makes sense. Let me ask y'all a question. I ask some of y'all a serious question. Eagles fans, why do you want to draft another wide receiver? Why do you want to draft another wide receiver? Look at it like this. We bought 3 cars last year. The 3 cars we bought last year didn't really do what we needed them to do. But we got a house full of mechanics. So are you going to get your mechanics to work? Or are you going to buy a 4th car? Are you going to keep buying cars instead of fixing the cars that you got? Them all young dudes, that was their rookie year. Aaron Moorhead has been retained for the first time since God knows when a wide receiver coach has been retained in Philadelphia. Whole new coaching staff. This is how Howie thinking. This is a business at the end of the day. This is how Howie thinking. And any businessman would think like this. Get these dudes to fix these young pups. Get them to fix these young pups. Don't create a jumbled, you know what I'm saying, wide receiver room full of wide receivers who never reach their potential. Get somebody to reach their potential. And they got to do it, bro. They can't go wide receiver with the 6th pick. Too many draft picks have been used on wide receivers. They cannot do it again. It don't make sense when your offensive line is old and beat down. You need an offense, and it's a lot of offensive linemen that's going to go in this first round. This is an offensive line heavy draft, bruh, if you really think about it. Only the top 10 picks are heavy with, explosive talent. Everything else is some pretty good defensive players and offensive tackles, man, coming off the board. You got to use the 6th pick wisely. You do. You got to use it in the area that makes sense. Tight end makes sense because dude can block, which helps your offensive line, depending on how you scheme. Sirianni likes to use 2 tight ends. He could be a blocking tight end on some of these plays. You losing Zach Ertz, and this tight end could play wide receiver. It makes sense. Kill so many birds with one stone with that pick. Offensive line makes sense. Nobody knows where the head is of Andre Dillard. Pause. Nobody knows where Brooks is going to be. Lane Johnson. My Lotta, will he continue to develop? It's a lot going on there, bruh. Linebacker, come on, bro. The list goes on and on. Cornerback, safety. The list goes on and on. So I'm 100% against a wide receiver with this 6th pick. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense from an inventory perspective. Like, Jesus Christ, you still got Greg Ward. It don't make sense. But at the end of the day, man, how we going to do? How we going to do? What the hell has Press Taylor done? What has Press Taylor done? In all honesty, to become the senior, what is it, senior offensive pass game coordinator of the Colts? What has he done to get a title like this? What has he done? I'm really worried about the NFL, the Roney rule, and all of this stuff. I'm really worried about how some of these dudes getting these jobs now, bro. I am worried. I'm worried now. Now, I'm not saying he deserved to be out of a job, but do y'all know he is in line after this year? In line to get an offensive coordinator job somewhere. He's in line, bro. They made him a senior of something, bro. He was intern status with us. Come on. What has he done? When you got all them dudes who coached in the Super Bowl probably not going to be head coaches next year. The entire Bucs staff, from Leftwich to the special teams dude, Todd Bowles. Come on, bruh. It was like 6 coaches in that Super Bowl game that could be head coaches, bruh. Like 6 coaches, bruh. But they probably not going. They probably not going to get the move up or advance, which is crazy to me, man. And this and I'm talking about Press Taylor because now this kind of involves Carson Wentz. People don't want to admit it. It kind of involves Carson Wentz now because it makes it look more cozy over there for Carson Wentz. It just makes it look more cozy over there for Carson Wentz. The Bears promote their guy. I feel like the agent playing chess. I feel like the Colts and the Bears got a deal on the table. I feel like Carson Wentz's agent is playing chess. He's saying, well, listen, the Bears moved the guy up that my guy like to be hands-on with him. You know what I mean? The Colts like, listen, touche. We'll bring another dude in. Let him run the show. Let him run the show. How much cozier can we make you, Carson? How much cozier can we make you? You know what I'm saying? And I think everybody cozying up to him. And you know what I mean? As they should, man, as they should. You listen, you get to land you a pick. You get to land your quarterback still in the prime of his career, already locked up on what will be looked at as a small contract in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? The contract will be small in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Guys the caliber of Ryan Tannehill will be getting that Carson Wentz contract. Now, I'm not slighting Ryan Tannehill. I say that to say this. When Tannehill got extended, it wasn't like a blockbuster, you know what I mean, extension. It was good bread. I don't know the exact numbers, but it wasn't like what's going to happen when Lamar get extended. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that. You know what I mean? He wasn't the next guy to make the price for, starting quarterbacks, franchise quarterbacks go up. He wasn't that. He just got some bread. You know what I mean? He got a nice thing for himself. He got something good for him going on. You know what I mean? Some security. But you know what I mean? It is what it is, man. We're going to see how this thing pan out. It's just a lot of layers to this offseason because as soon as we move this guy, or as soon as we say we keeping this guy, we could really, really determine what we're going to do with this pick. We could really determine what we're going to do with this pick, man. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Shout out to y'all for jumping on the Loop Mogul. Shout out to y'all, man, for just being amazing and supporting all things LB, man. Hey, yo, make sure, listen, y'all, listen. Follow me on Instagram at Lord_Brunson. We 15,000 strong on YouTube. We don't even got 1,000 followers on IG. Follow me on the gram, man.